Hello, welcome to my channel. We're talking surf stories here. We're going to talk 1969 Dana Point. Well, we moved into town. My brother had moved to San Diego to live with Torres Benson, president of Winning Sea Surf Club, where he won the San Diego Triple Crown Championship to be the biggest surfing contest in San Diego, all in 1 year. He won a free trip to Tahiti. He was riding a Ben Ipa Feather. And when he surfed Doheny, he would just rake. He came up and he was just ruling Doheny. And he was just like from third spot all the way in. He was just using people as like, he was using them like buoys, man, just carving around him, just spraying him in the face. He put that Ben Ipa board right on the rail, straight on the rail on his cutbacks. It was a sight to see. It was packed back then too, I'll tell you. Back 4th of July, I was paddling out. Okay, I was paddling out all the way from like first spot. And I was prone paddling on my big logger. And then I noticed this guy at third spot. He looks like he's aiming right at me. I'm like, no ways is this guy aiming right at me. Sure enough, he came closer and closer and closer and closer right at me. And he hit me right here, straight on. Was about the tip of his longboard hit me right here between my nose and my mouth. So all those teeth got busted out. And then he left me floating face down for dead. He left me floating for dead face down and paddled back out. I don't know how the guy never got arrested. He would nowadays. Anyways, the lifeguards saw me, rescued me, resuscitated me. Next thing I knew, I was lying on the beach looking up at a ring of faces all staring down at me, all the looky-loos from up and down the beach. Had to go to the doctors. I had a concussion. It was 4th of July. Couldn't go out for fireworks. I had to stay in that night because I had a concussion. All my teeth were knocked out. I had to get steel pins put in. Oh, that was kind of hairy. So anyways, they were building the harbor and they had dredged it out. They had dredged it out so you could just walk around in there and pick up lobsters and abalone and whatever you wanted. It was just all lying there flip-flopping around. Then they built all the piers, put in all the pilings and posts that they needed to do, and then they let the water in again. Back then, it was a rite of passage. You had to climb down the cliff there, the Quiet Woman, straight down to where they still had the old picnic grounds right there at the bottom of the steep hill at the north end of the harbor. Now, if you look on that cliff and you look close, you could see a big jagged line where there's two different kinds of rocks. That is actually the end of the San Andres Fault, one of the ends, where it ends right in the ocean. You can see it coming right down through the cliff, if you ever wondered. And anyways, what you had to do was follow the big kids down. You know, we were only like 12 and stuff, and they were like 15. Yeah, you guys can make it. No, you have to let go of the ledge up there and fall onto a little catwalk of a ledge below you, and there'd be some big kids. Hopefully they'd rescue you, maybe not. But you had to do it. That was your rite of passage. Okay, it was like, I don't know. Boy, that's crazy. I guess a lot of kids do it. Later on, me and Joey found out that we could hide behind the longboards in the Hobie shop and get locked in after hours, which we did. And we were like, wow, we're in the Hobie shop. We got the whole place to ourselves. But then we didn't really realize that we were locked in. So we had to call up my mom. She had to call up Jack Cantu, who was the manager back then, to come and get me and Joey out. So I'm going to talk more about Dana Point. There's a lot to talk about me growing up with the kids there. I'll tell you who they all were, how we got free surfing lessons by Raymond Patterson, taking us to San Diego, which was wide open back then. No parking lots, no parking lines, just wide open all the way to San Diego. Coast Highway all the way. Anyways, please hit the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.